आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone, let's start the question. So the question says, when a potential difference is applied across the current passing through an insulator at 0 Kelvin is 0, a semiconductor at 0 Kelvin is 0, a metal at 0 Kelvin is finite, a p-n junction at 300 Kelvin is finite. If it is reverse biased. So here are the four options. In option A, only A and B statements are correct. In option B, only C statement is correct. In option C, only A, B and D statements are correct. And option D, all are correct. So now let's see the answer. So the answer. The first one is an insulator at 0 Kelvin is 0. That is an insulator. Option A is an insulator at 0 Kelvin is 0. We know that insulator is a non-conducting thing. So at 0 Kelvin, if you apply a potential difference across the insulator, there is no flow of current exists in that insulator. So the current is equal to current is equal to 0 when potential difference is applied across the insulator. So now the statement B is, a semiconductor at 0 Kelvin is 0. Here 0 represents current is equal to 0. So now we have to check whether it's right or not. We know that when a semiconductor is cooled to 0 Kelvin temperature, a semiconductor becomes a perfect insulator. That is, when semiconductor is at 0 Kelvin become insulator. So we know that in first statement, an insulator, the current flow is 0. Similarly, in this case B also, current flow is equal to 0 when the potential difference is applied across an semiconductor, because it becomes insulator at 0 Kelvin. So statement C is, a metal at 0 Kelvin is finite. Finite means current is finite. So we know that when a metal is cooled to 0 Kelvin, that metal becomes a superconductor. We know that for a superconductor, resistance is 0. Therefore, the current flow is infinite. But in the statement, it is given that it is finite. So option C is not correct. And option D is, in a p-n junction at 300 Kelvin, current is finite. So when a potential difference is applied across a PN junction at 300 Kelvin, a current flow due to minority carriers is finite. So there's a small finite current flows due to minority carriers. So the statement D is also correct. So the option C is correct. That is statement A, statement B.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।